That's better. Hello. Yeah, one of the weird things about this camera is that every time I start a stream, the crop I've got set resets. So slightly annoying, but I forgot to do it today. Be like that. How's that look? Yeah, looks good. Alright, let me test out chat. Oh yeah. Okay, I think that's good. Yes. Photoshop is working. Cool. Here we go. I also have my tablet today with chat, so I can see a lot better rather than having to alt-tab constantly and not being able to read your guys' messages quickly enough. So last time we were working on your Forger for some like October art thing where artists on social media and stuff, they will draw a character they like, you know, like a fan art of a character they like every day of October, and it comes in many forms. It's like Arttober or Inktober or Skintober if you're designing like skins for characters from video games you like. That one's quite popular as well. Just let me send a message. There we go. Sorry about that. Just give me a moment. Just I need to send a message I forgot to send. Okay. Alright, so there are a few things that we can do today. So we could continue with this, and then I also started a new sketch. I did more of an anime style rather than a realistic one. And we've also got this RPG character that I wanted to redraw. So in Dawnward there are like these fungi characters, and I thought it would be cool if I turned this merchant I've got here into one of those rather than the frog guys, because I've already done a drawing of that. And there are a few like races in Dawnward that I think would be good to add in like art form, because the rulebook it's coming along. The text and everything is actually almost done. There's only about 6 pages of just little things I need to add in before all that needs now is art, and then it's finished, which is pretty exciting. I've been working on that for like a year and a half now, so seeing that come together has been really fun. And I'm also really excited for the one-shot that we're going to be doing at the end of September. It's going to be good. But yeah, let's jump into this one first. So we had a drawing going, and yeah, it looked okay. I think this one I got here is a lot better, so I wanted to take this one in and play around with it. There was just something about turning this character from like very anime style, not even like super realistic anime, but quite stylized, and it just not fitting in. So yeah, I think it would be better if we change that. Okay, there we go. Cool. One other thing, it's still pretty overcast here. The sun keeps trying to come out, but yeah, it means that the lighting in the stream is a little dark, not as light as it would be. You know what? We might just be able to take this and put it under that drawing, and then just like, hang on, go like that. Big brain. Yeah, it doesn't really work. Yeah. Just maybe take the lower part of the body, perhaps. Let's have a look. And if we run out of art to do today, we can also do some gaming. Oops. No, I think that is getting towards kind of what I was wanting. It does look a lot better, but we'll flip it and then I'll sketch over it. Yeah. Much better. But yeah, I won't be doing uploading any more of these to YouTube. Looks like I did like 3 of them, and I didn't want to overcrowd the channel, the YouTube channel, with tons of videos that are just like me talking, like mostly to myself, like the few people that watch, chatting with you guys, and you guys that are lurking. But very shortly I wanted to start, you know, within the next few weeks, start getting into making some sort of overview videos of what Dawnward actually is, like showing off some aspects of it in sort of bite-sized formats, so like 10-minute videos or whatever, and you know, because some people don't want to sit down for 3 hours and watch a TTRPG, you know, some people love that. I like that kind of thing, that's one of the reasons why I do it, but some people just prefer that sort of bite-sized content. So yeah, I'm trying to think of some good videos to do, like sort of like an introduction to Dawnward, how the classes work, what races you can play as, things like that. Yeah, I think that might be quite fun. So we'll see how it goes. It could be that I also do that stuff after the one shot, because depending on how many players I have, I might be quite busy drawing all of their characters. I think we'll go for the wider arms here. Much better. Oh yeah, it's way better having this tablet here for chat as well. I can just, not that anyone's messaged, but I am streaming a little earlier than normal. But I can just sort of like look down like that rather than like, you know, I had my phone here, but now that I've got the tablet and it's a lot bigger, the whole tablet is basically just the chat, so it's good. This angle is just slightly off, I think. Do you get what I mean? It's like just not quite right. Be like there. Right, like that? Maybe even too much. We'll see. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a nice chill day, whatever you're up to. Thankfully I've got a day off today. I think that's already looking a lot better, just stylizing it more than the realistic type. Especially in the last year, I've gotten a lot more into the, what do you call it? Sort of just stylized art, not so much trying to go for those realistic proportions and all that. Which I can find sometimes to just be a little tedious, because you really have to get it right, otherwise, you know, just one look at it and something isn't quite right, you know? You got to spend a lot of time getting that right. But we'll just quickly get a sketch done and then go on to some RPG art. I just really wanted to get some progress done on this one, because we are already a week almost into September, which is insane. This year has just gone so quick. I don't know about you guys, but I found that this year was very lackluster in the movie and games department. TV shows kind of picked up around now, and that's to be expected. But yeah, movie-wise, I found it a little bit disappointing. I don't know. There was of course Batman at the start of the year, which I really enjoyed. The Batman. But yeah, nothing else really stood out. And then there's Avatar coming, the new Avatar movie, you know, 12 years later. Like, what's with that? 12 years later. But that's in, you know, Christmas. May as well be 2023, you know? Yeah, so I was like thinking about that and kind of wondering, you know, it might be just like the tail end of the COVID stuff, like all of those, the last batch of games that were just really, or movies and all that, that were just really impacted by COVID. So that was my little theory I had going, and that maybe we won't see a dry spell like that again. Or it could just be that my taste in games has just gotten more specific, games and movies and that, I don't know. It's like I pre-ordered, 2 days ago I pre-ordered God of War Ragnarok, which I almost wasn't going to do. And I'll tell you why, because games nowadays are becoming so cinematic, like The Last of Us, you know what I mean? And Horizon Zero Dawn and all that kind of stuff. The games are getting so cinematic that you may as well just watch it as a movie rather than play it. The gameplay itself is almost becoming too cinematic, you know? Because if the game, in terms of the story and the interactions between the characters, become as realistic and what's the word, like immersive as possible, I think the gameplay as well has to be balanced around that rather than the opposite or whatever. And so the games sort of become, especially with The Last of Us, I couldn't finish that game just because I found the combat to be a little too, I don't know, not boring, but it felt like it had been really simplified for the story. Yeah, I don't know how else to explain that. But yeah, one of the things I'm most excited for next year is June Part 2. I think that's going to be really good. I was really sick last month for like 3 weeks. 1 week, well, kind of 2 weeks really, like borderline bedridden. And so I read almost all of June, and if you know the book, it's like 900 pages. I didn't finish it, but I got close. How does that look? Does that look a lot better? I think that looks better. Yeah. Yep. I think this is the one. And I may even simplify it down even more closer to the enemy style, just because then it's easier to capture the character's likeness. She has quite sharp features. That banner is working, yeah, your Forger. Cool. And we'll get into some TTRPG art. And I can tell you guys some cool lore. This past weekend I didn't really get up to much. Started back at the gym after being sick, and that was quite hard, but I found that yesterday it wasn't as hard. It was, I'm really sore, but it felt a lot easier at the same time, like I could lift heavier weights, if you get what I mean. So that was good, but then, yeah, the rest of the weekend I was just at home and working on Dawnward, doing what was probably the most boring thing. Going through and filling out the, like, I'll just show you a picture. Let me bring up the rulebook. The rulebook itself is going to be about just under 200 pages. So it's decent size. Well, you can see probably this. Like this kind of stuff, all of the columns and rows, just like these sheets of information that are easily, you know, easy to reference. So like, for example, this is a list of spells, this page, and the way that I did it was alphabetically and level, and so the player might be like, oh, what does this spell do, Game Master? And you just go, well, what's the name and the level? And then you just have that one page, you know, and it's like one page per type, so it's like Fire Magic one page, Ice Magic one page, so it's really simplified down for ease of access. Yeah, I think this looks good. Oh, I missed some parts. She has no face. How about that? Quick eyebrows. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Humble brag. Alright, I think we'll leave that for now. Yeah, we'll leave that for now. And I think we'll get onto this merchant. Sorry, just talking to one of my friends. Yeah, so I think we should do this guy today. So let me just start a new document, and we'll also change that banner. Currently drawing Florin Merchant. Did it change? Oh yeah, it did. So, you're probably wondering, Lufire, what's a florin? And I'll tell you. A florin is either a plant-like or fungi-like mushroom-like being who lives underground in a giant, sprawling underground kingdom that stretches all across Dawnward. And these people sometimes come above the surface to trade with people, but they're very rare and they're usually quite skittish. So what I'm wanting to do is change this guy, this frog guy, into one of them. And so the kind of base description of these... Oh, he's got no feet. Did I not? Oh, I didn't draw feet. Okay. It's like, what's going on? Yeah, and so the mushroom florin, they are very rounded and they have short little stubby limbs, so that'd be even stubbier than this guy. So should be able to salvage a lot of the line art that we've got here, but I'll just go and mess around with it a bit. And if you've played Hollow Knight, you'll kind of have an idea of what I would like the mushroom people to look like, kind of like that. Little funny looking. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so we'll play around with this line art and then we'll yeah, that's better. Get the right proportions and all that, and then fix it up. It doesn't really matter if it gets ruined. So you can even see the difference now. It looks a lot better. A little stubbier. We'll just save that. Merchant version 3. And yeah, version 3, because a lot of the art in this has gone through multiple iterations. So it used to be that in Dawnward, the majority of the playable races were just human variants, like humans from the Middle Eastern kind of country, humans from the expansionist empire country. It was quite limited. And then my wife, rightly so, as a player, pointed out, why would I want to play as a human in a fantasy world? And so I kind of looked back and looked at her and was like, yeah, you know what, that's actually a really good point. And so then from all of the lore I already had, all of these interesting creatures and beasts that you can come across and, you know, legends, I worked those characters, though, that story that was there, into all of these different races that are now center point, ones that you can play as, ones that inhabit the world just as much as normal humans do. And so that was really fun, and probably the best change that came to this. We're using the wrong brush. I had a feeling we were. It's good that we noticed that. The one thing you don't want to do is spend like hours and hours doing a drawing and then... What's going on? There we go. Yeah, you don't want to waste hours on a drawing and then you make that kind of mistake. Common mistake is drawing on the wrong layer. A lot of artists know that feeling. Alright. Yeah, so there isn't actually any art for these guys yet. I haven't drawn any of the mushroom people. Okay, yeah, that'll be okay, I think. We can just redraw that later. I'll actually pull up a picture of the florin, the flower florin, and you guys can see. Maybe we could actually just have it there as a sort of reference point as well, just to make sure that there's a bit of congruity between the character design. So here's one of the florin. This is a flower florin. So we'll put her there and just make him go there for now. A little bit smaller. He would be about this size compared to her anyway, so. Alright. So one of my players, he's not in chat right now, but he usually plays really interesting characters who are not what you would normally expect of those people. So in the recent miniseries that we did, he played this marauder, like this bloodthirsty marauder who had a change of heart and became a servant of the goddess of light, the goddess of dawn. And then he made another character, which is one of these little mushroom guys. And I believe he's a cleric. Cool, I think that looks good. So use that as a base, and then go on the line art layer, and get a nice sketch in. Okay, why is that? Why is that doing that? Yeah, if you notice, there's a bit of a transparency going on, so there should always be like a hard line with the settings I've got. Just give me a moment. I don't know. Let's figure that out another time. The only downside to it being a little bit funny here is that I have to push a lot harder, which then in turn makes it harder to get the line you want, so struggling. But we'll make these boots pretty simple anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Give him some little boots. Where are we? Okay. Lost my bearings. Oh yeah, one other interesting thing. Well, interesting? Not interesting. Exciting. That's the word. I'm excited because I'm going to be able to go home to my home country of New Zealand for a holiday. Christmas holiday. So it'll be my first time there. Almost 3 years. Yeah, 2 years and 9 months since I was last there just before COVID hit. It was actually about a week, maybe not even that, a week after that everything started shutting down, you know? We were very lucky in New Zealand, where I'm from. I had Australian relatives that had come to my wedding, and the country was shutting down, and they were trying to get back in before the quarantine rules came in, which was pretty crazy. And they didn't. They had to go in quarantine, which was like, oof, sucked for them. Thankfully here in Japan we got back through no problem, and just yeah, went back to our, well, I was gonna say normal lives, but lives weren't really normal after that. But it will be interesting to see just how much it has changed back in my country, in New Zealand. You know, so much has happened in that time. I feel like a lot of people will go back to their home countries and see them a little bit differently to how they did before. One thing, it will be really weird to go back to New Zealand and just be surrounded by people speaking English. That is one thing I won't be used to. Living in Japan, I only hear English from one other person. That's my wife. Literally everyone else, well, except at my job, of course, but just, you know, going about your daily life, sort of, you know, going to the convenience store or going to the supermarket, you just don't hear anything. And when I do, like if I go into Tokyo and I see a foreigner, it freaks me out. Not used to it. Cool. I think that's a good enough addition. Excuse me. Maybe we should make this bigger, it looks a bit funny. That's one other thing, I've said this before, but when you're the person like drawing the picture, you kind of zone out a little bit in the sense that you don't notice simple mistakes that other people might, you know, look at just straight away and be like, hey, what, you know, what? Why are you drawing, man? That looks so weird. What? And it's not until you actually flip it and have a look at it from a different angle that you kind of see it as well and be like, oh yeah, it does actually look weird, doesn't it? And if you forget to do that, it's another one. It's another one that'll make you go, oof. If in doubt, cover it. I think that looks good. Yeah, much better. Right, now let's get onto his face. So we want a bit of a like a mushroom look. So let's go for, just go Hollow Knight Mushroom. Yeah. This is kind of what I was meaning. This little guy. The hat, you know, the natural hat. And they all just look kind of funny. That is gold. Right, we'll get rid of that. And the question is if we want to give them a fat face or... There is also the mushroom people from Dark Souls. But I did want to keep a sort of consistency with the anthropomorphic nature of all the races, because, you know, they need to be able to wear all the same armor. They need to be able to wield all the weapons that are available in the RPG itself, you know? So it's that kind of stuff you have to think about. And then we could literally just give him, like... What the heck? I don't know about this. Okay, you know what? I kind of like it. I kind of think it's just so stupid that it works. To quote Todd Howard, it just works. Who knows, maybe after we've done some nice line art, it'll turn out really well. Yeah, one thing I'm really excited about going back to New Zealand is the food. Seeing people, seeing friends in that, obviously, but like, you know, you can't Skype food. You can't Skype New Zealand food. So one thing I've been really meaning to do is write a list of all the things I want to eat. And pretty high on that list is Subway. Bit random, but Subway in Japan just isn't as good. It is good in its own way, but it's not New Zealand good. Subway in Japan kind of has a lot of I don't know, none of the meaty stuff. They don't have like the chicken bacon ranch. They don't have the big meatball sub, you know? They have more of the seafood orientated thing. You know, salads and that, which is fine. I like the salads, but sometimes you just want like double meat, chicken bacon ranch, or a foot-long meatball sub, just tons of beef. I like it. I like it. It's actually not as bad as I thought. The question is though, do we want to give him these very cartoonish eyes? I think we're just gonna have to, aren't we? Nah, no eyebrows. I think I'll also save the line art of the frog guy, because could definitely put him in another kind of picture later. Not sure yet right now, but okay, I really like it. Oh man. Just fix the proportion errors here. More like that, right? As opposed to that. That is fantastic. What have we done? Now the fun part. So this shading here, we need to make it fit into this. It's like, it is salvageable. Most of the colors are, but we'll have to play around with it. I think that's almost it. It's the only difficult part when you start messing with the colors and the line art and stuff. It doesn't always go according to plan. Maybe we could just tidy it up. I think that's pretty close. We'll just tidy that up. And we can say goodbye to the frog guy. Okay. Let's duplicate that. Okay. Now, we can get to work. One other thing was that the godlings, which are those little frog guys, which the previous merchant was one of, they're inherently benevolent creatures, and so they're usually quite kind and curious, and they're easily tricked, and so they don't really fit the roles of a swindling merchant. So I thought it would be funnier if there was a Florin merchant who, he doesn't look cunning or anything like that, but he's just, he's just a guy trying to make some coin, just trying to make his way in the world. One other thing I was really happy with this drawing was the like the old one, was that the colors to me really evoked that sort of 80s coloring that they used on the Fighting Fantasy books, and what few colored pages of Dungeons and Dragons there were. But yeah, doing all these streams recently, especially doing the art and stuff, and getting a lot done. It's been really good. Like I usually get stuck on like one thing that I really focus on, and then I move to the next thing. But when it comes to these streams, making the rulebook itself is not a streamable thing. No one will watch that. So at least with the art, doing the streams, it's also a way for me to get a lot more art done as well, which is really helpful. Yes, this is kind of a tedious part. It's just making sure you got all the colors within the right spots, just cleaning up the areas that we changed. Gotta love that Witcher music though. I've heard this like a million times, but I never get sick of it. It's perfect. Perfect soundtrack to a perfect game. And I think I said this in a stream a while ago, like I loved Elden Ring. Probably have put more hours into Elden Ring than The Witcher, but I don't know, man. I don't think the soundtrack for the Elden Ring was that good. There were definitely some memorable parts, like the final boss soundtrack, but the Witcher soundtrack just has a lot more heart in it. One thing I really love about this though is the hand-drawn quality of the brush, the pencil brush. Because like for me, I've only been doing digital art for not quite 10 years. Like I got my first tablet almost 10 years ago. No, almost 9 years ago. And before then, I'd never done any of that. I'd just done traditional. Did traditional art all my life. You know, using pencils and doing inking and all that. Nice day for fishing, ain't it? Welcome. I hope I didn't miss your message for too long. I've got my tablet in front of me today, so I can see the messages quicker, but especially doing the tedious parts, I'm just like zoning out. Zoning out. I'm gonna assume you haven't seen the full picture we've got going on here. You've only seen the zoomed in. If so, we'll do a face reveal for this guy. Cool. It's cleaning up, we're getting there. For me, got a little delayed, sorry, went out today, so got a bit backed up on my schedule. Just finished my cleaning, dinner on the go. Mr. Adult over here. Good adulting. I adulted too. Today I walked to the convenience store and bought a bento lunchbox. Adulting? This is the merchant guy. Oh yeah. So if you remember, we didn't get to him. I kept showing him during the stream, being like, "Oh, should we draw the merchant? I want to redraw the merchant." What I meant was that I wanted to. Sugoi desu yo. Oh, arigatou gozaimasu. I wanted to change him into a different race. And so, are you ready? Let me turn this off just so you see the line art. Are you ready for the fungi merchant? We don't have a name, but mercantile is the game. Oh, is my volume on? Oh, the volume was on. No? What's that noise? I heard noise. Oh well. Oh yeah. He's a fungi florin merchant. Uh-oh. Oh, this is the one we were on, right? Not that one? No, this one. Yes, sir. He's just trying to make his way in the universe. Oh yeah, and I've been making a list of sound effects to add. You know, like when you can go like exclamation point wow and it does a wow sound. That I want to add some of those because in the streams that I watch, that sometimes interests me more than the stream itself. I just love annoying people with sound effects and doing them at the right time. Just being like a class clown in a stream sort of deal. Trying to not end up in a stew. Exactly. Exactly. And so, if you think of any sound effects, let me know. Because we added the Obi-Wan Kenobi hello there. If someone follows, yeah, sound effects def add some interaction for chat. Definitely, and especially in one like this, which is definitely becoming a sort of a chill thing where Not too much is going on the screen, so the sound effects are definitely going to be useful. So I've got 2 that I really want to add. No, I've got 3 that I really want to add. Let me pull up my... What? Where'd it go? Okay, I had a document where I'd written them down, but I guess that got deleted. No, here it is. Okay. What? Owen Wilson's WoW? Maybe when someone subs, or if someone thinks the drawing looks good, yeah, you can just go exclamation point. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh, that's a freaking good one. I've never heard that one on a stream. That's really good. Got him. Okay. And that'll be my job tonight, is set those up. I didn't have time today. I was really rushed around today because my cat Paddington, we were looking after his little brother. Little brother? No, his brother, just brother. Brother cat. And he had to be picked up today, so we had to, yeah, get that all sorted out. I'll keep a little note when I watch my daily memes. Thank you. Yeah, and then the other one is General Kenobi. You know, the response to the hello there. And so if someone follows, someone can go exclamation General Kenobi, and then it will respond to the person who followed. Big brain. We're creating new languages through memes. Yosh. Oh, you like that? Nice. Nice. Right? Just opening up that communication with the new viewer coming in. I'm always thinking about them stonks. Yeah, we got to keep an eye out if Irelai jumps in, because we want to do a face reveal for the Florin guy. But we need to think of a name for him. We need to think of a name. So I really like the name of your fungi Florin, Evil Cookie, Bog. I just like those simplistic names. So maybe we can think of one like that, like Bag. No, that doesn't work. Have to think about it. Could you imagine though, like a fungi Florin Shikari? And he's just like the greatest warrior ever, but he's also just a mushroom. And he wields dual scimitars. Naga. If he's green with white under the cap, I don't know. I like it. I like it. Naga the Merchant. It works. You know, it even as a merchant even has that thing like nag, right? Naga, nag, because merchants nag you. Double meaning. Like a Napa cabbage. Okay, Napa is actually quite good as well. But I wasn't going to make his skin green. I was going to make it... So, for reference, I had the Hollow Knight mushroom guy. Basically the entire reference point for my, like, internal... like, my image of these guys. So we could just pull the same kind of colors. But that works. Oh, Napa, not Naga. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, Napa is also good. Napa the Merchant. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Darn, we were going to do a face reveal, but here he is. Hello, Irelai. This is Nappa the Merchant. Nappa the Merchant. So yeah, I really wanted to redraw this merchant because I just thought I just said this earlier. You guys weren't here, but the godlings, the frog guys, you're a bit quiet for me. I have my sound on 100, but it's still quiet. I can turn myself up. ちょっと待ってください. Alright, this way. Alright, I'll add a gain filter. And I'll turn it up a little bit. Just let me know if this is better. Alright, that's 5 gain. Is that better? No. So quiet. 本当に? I can put it up more. Is there no just volume one? No, there's not. Ooh. How about now? Does that sound better? A bit better. Okay, well I've turned it up a lot more. And I'll just speak a lot louder. Not that I have much to say anyway. I've already talked about all my news. But yeah, we won't be getting in this toothpastey skin like the frog guys. Oh yeah, that's what I want. I can hear music now. Good. So before this merchant was a godling, frog boy. But the thing is, in the lore, which I forgot that I wrote, was that the godlings are very kind people. They're very benevolent, and they will trust people, and that leads to them getting manipulated a lot by humans and other races. I need to buy some snacks. Oh, I want snacks. Ooh. And so I thought that the godling didn't... Basically, I thought the godling didn't suit being a merchant, right? And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to change him from an angry godling to this little mushroom guy who's just trying to make a living. He's just trying to make some money for his little mycene babies. I won't convince you otherwise because this is so cute. Thanks. Yeah, we went in the Hollow Knight sort of design direction with the mushrooms. Yeah, the godlings are already really cute. They're like cute frogs, but then you've just got these even dopier looking mushroom guys. I really like it. Like other than the godling, a lot of the other races can just be are just like imposing sort of, you know, like cool characters, but this one is more of a joke option. Just had an idea. Florin Bard, but he communicates through like the spores that he releases, and so he just kind of sits there and doesn't do anything at all. But his performance is really high because the spores can interact with people. But he just sits there and does nothing. Sylvain's little sister is super cute. Ooh. Florin Bard doing that throat. A Florin bard doing Mongolian throat singing. That's probably the funniest thing I've heard all day. Oh man. Your laugh made me laugh too. Oh jeez. That's almost too good to just not do now. Like, that's the monster in the one shot, that's the monster that the group is transporting. It's just this Florin who just won't stop doing Mongolian throat singing. Oh man. Now here, it depends how much of this cloak, do we want it to be under his chin sort of thing? You know, like he's pushing his little... Yeah. Yeah, he gonna be a stew real quick if that's the case. Yeah. But maybe he could be so dangerous that he's like gagged, right? He's like the oh, what do you call them? The mandrake babies from Harry Potter, the ones that like hurt your ears. And so he's like gagged and locked away. He's that dangerous. But all he does is want to sing, you know? All he wants to do is sing. Just misunderstood. I thought it would be funny if Florin were opposite a vegetarian and only ate meat. That isn't in the rule book, but I'm definitely gonna write that down actually. Yeah, and it's like a sort of a play on it where they see people eating salad and think it's absolutely disgusting, and so they're like activists. And so if a Florin is out and see someone eating salad, they will just like attack them. And eating plants was horrifying to them. Oh man. They throw fake veggies at people. Yeah. But then also the Nereid, they eat, they eat like plant life in the water because they don't want fish to get hurt, and so it's like they're always at odds with one another. And then humans are just like, oh, I'll eat anything. They have meat salads and fake meat veggies. Well, I was gonna call Dawnward a dark fantasy RPG, but at this point it's just a freaking comedy. I'll be back after getting snacks. Alright, get something good. I know that Family Mart's got the best snacks in the hot fried food area for sure. I'm pretty sure this is the mushroom music. And the mushroom area music from Hollow Knight. So it's perfect. Ooh. Excuse me. I had to sneeze. Ooh. One of the things about living in a smaller apartment and having 2 cats in here for like a month. And they can't really go outside because of it being an apartment building. And they're indoor cats anyway. The fur just gets everywhere. Oof. It's not nice. And I don't even think I have a cat allergy, but it's the amount of fur that gets in your nose and stuff. It's like, oof. All right. Oh yeah, this is what it looked like. This is how messy it was, and we have cleaned that up real nicely. He's looking nice and presentable. He may even get a Merchants Guild membership. Oof. Huh? Oh yeah, Evil Cookie. That streamer I watched, Chase It, he started Dragon Age Origins last night. The funniest glitches were happening because that game doesn't really handle... I modded it like 12 years ago, and it was pretty difficult to mod. And then so he modded it. And he put in a mod. He put in some graphic mods and things like that just to enhance the experience, right? Because it's a really old game. And dude, I don't know what happened, but it glitched out, and every single character, the textures on their eyes were the textures for blind characters or whatever. And so everyone in the game was blind basically, except for his character. Everyone had like the dark, the dull white eyes, and it was just so freaking funny. But yeah, seeing that game after, what, how long? Easy mode enabled, yeah, pickpocket 100, right? Sneak 100. But seeing that game after so long, I was surprised how well it actually just holds up. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed watching him play it. It was good. Very nostalgic, but it also just showed like, even back then I appreciated lore in games, but man, Dragon Age takes it to another freaking level. Like, if you look in the code, like the lore codex in that game, holy crap, there's too much. Like, I've done a lot of lore for Dawnward, but not that much. Whew. Yeah, I think the last time I played Dragon Age Origins was 2012, last year of high school. Because I played through the first and second one. And I really hope, because there is a new one coming. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That's why the first one was best. First one was best? No. Second one. Telling you, man. Second one. Second one's the best. Did I break the stream? No. Okay. I need to just get a proper transition done rather than like grab the camera and yank it into a bigger screen. What was I gonna say? So yeah, like there's a new Dragon Age coming. Dragon Age Dreadwolf or whatever. I didn't even finish the third one, and so I really hope that they just go back to basics and simplify it back down. You know, the things that annoyed me about Dragon Age 2 the most was because they made everything better, but also took away the things that if they had just made better from the first game, it would have been perfect. It would have been the perfect game. The next one is carrying with number 3. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't even remember the story. It was that forgettable. You were tracking down the bald elf guy. Bald elf guy. Oh, the guy that was your friend? I hated him. He was a dick. So if he is a bad guy, then I had good intuition. No, you know what? To be honest, I just hated every single squad member in that game. I didn't like anyone. I was happiest when my Hawk character came back, and I think Morrigan shows up as well. No spoilers for Dragon Age 1. But yeah, they just need to return to basics. Like Mass Effect 2, right? Mass Effect 2, same friggin' company, right? Is a perfect example. Mass Effect 2 took everything from the first game, improved upon it, didn't remove anything except for the Mako, which I didn't like anyway, so it was okay. But they improved upon everything and added new stuff, and it was a perfect game. And they didn't do that with Dragon Age 2. That was the whole problem. But they added enough for it to be good. Solaris, I think, is... Solus? Solus? Yeah, he gets power hungry towards the end and goes God mode. Well, that doesn't sound very good. No, but man, I hope it's... I hope they just go back, like they just combine Dragon Age 1 and 2. 3... Did 3 even have anything redeeming in it though? I guess it looked okay, but then it didn't at the same time. It was kind of like, for me, the Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda of Dragon Age. Because like, it also simultaneously didn't feel like a sequel to me. I don't know why. Like, you have the characters come back from previous games, but it didn't feel like it linked up. Is it even set in Ferelden in the third game? Ah, sumimasen. What does that say? Oh, Gohan ga dekiyagatta yo. Okay. BRB Papa Streamer. I returned. Ah, you returned as Evil Cookie left. Been too long, sorry, not sure the location. Kitchen? You mean your food's in the kitchen? If in doubt, just turn your English into katakana. No problem. What snacks did you get, Errolo? Anything good? I just really want another bento. But I won't. Okay, what happened here? I'm confused. Chicken skewer, toasted sandwich, Milo chocolate. Wow. That'll get you through the day. Yeah, when was the last time I ate? I think I ate 4 hours ago. Whoops. When do you start back at work? Oh, we also did a new Your Forger. So I took a sort of an there was a bun filled with soybean paste, a thick slice of butter and cream. A thick slice of butter and cream. Do you think they heat it up? Because you wouldn't just want to have that and then like this slice of butter in there. Who eats that? I don't know. Well, it's like who eats butter sand or whatever they call it. Like bee larvae. Yeah, exactly right. We might have to introduce a new color for the boots, yeah. Yeah, so sorry, yeah, we did a new Your Forger, so if I can grab before and after. Yosh. So oh, that's very. So we had this one before, and it just didn't look right. I tried to make it too realistic, I think, and Your Forger does not suit that. So I took some of the drawings, same kind of pose, but then I did just the anime style. And I think we got a good base. This is kind of a base sketch to go off of. And so we'll use that in the next one, in the next stream. The new employee at the food creation company was the manager's kid, so they had to go along with anything he suggested. Yeah. Hey guys, I have a really good idea. Okay, you know this? You know that really popular soybean paste, thick slice of butter and cream bun that we made? And everyone's just like avoiding eye contact. What if we put, and bear with me here, what if we put bee larvae in that? And then the room goes silent. And the kid's dad, the manager, is staring at everyone. And then everyone has to slowly nod their heads. Ah, so desu ne! Good idea desu ne. That's probably how like 90% of Japanese companies work. Like on the TV. Umaiso! Nani? Nani kore? Sugoi! That sort of just over, that super fake reaction to everything. Yeah, eats a plain rice cracker with no flavor. Nani kore? Konnichiwa. Oh, look at him in his wee little boots. It's like if blah 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 blah, Puss in Boots was a mushroom. But also not cool. Well, no, this guy's kind of cool. The simpleness makes you really appreciate life, and the small flavors are Yabai desu ne. Hontou ni yabai. How's work been so far? English fake compliments. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Japan. Umai! Yeah, every single food YouTuber or someone describing food in a video, it just melts in your mouth like butter. And they'll literally be like just eating hot butter and saying that. Just like that stick of butter in that pork, oh what was it? In that bun. Work has been good, but 4 classes to go. Wow, really? I guess some of them are kids classes, aren't they? So they're not full hour. Oof, good luck. You can do it! And then, hey, at least the worst day of the week is straight away, and then it's done and dusted. And Chased will be streaming. That'll be good. I don't know what I'm gonna eat though. Probably not gonna have dinner? I don't know. It'll be so late. I need to remember to pick up the fish in Konyaku. Yeah. Are you gonna have dinner when you get home? Nice, this is cleaning up really nicely. Probably not, okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have an early dinner in that case, like after the stream. I'll probably stream till like, well, what time did we start? What's our up time? Hour and a half. Yeah. Maybe we won't do a 3-hour stream today, I don't know. Or I'll just eat at 6. 6 is a nice time. 6 is a nice time to eat. 8 o'clock is a bit too late. Have we gotten all the mistakes in the drawing? I think we have, other than the hand, of course. Yeah, I suppose if you get fresh fish, then it will need to be cooked within like a couple days, right? Unless you freeze it. I don't think I've ever had swordfish though. I wish I could eat fish here. Do you mean like Japanese fish? Or good fish? Well, same thing, I guess. And yeah, fish is banned on campus after the great salmon incident of 2018. You'd think New Zealand would be the best place for it, but it literally costs half my shopping budget to get any. Friggin' stupid. Yeah, well, yep, that is 100% right. I was talking to my grandmother the other day about whitebait. Over here it's called shirasu, I believe, and it is dirt cheap. It is so cheap because well, in New Zealand it got really badly overfished years ago, and so the prices shot up because of the rarity of it, and it hasn't really recovered ever since. So yeah, let's export everything. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why, even though the yen is tanking, a lot of the prices have stayed the same. Like, great example is my Japanese smoothie that I drink, my Japanese coffee that I drink. They have just so much domestic reliance in terms of, like, you can rely on a lot of the domestic produce, rather, better way of saying it. Gotta go. Have good lessons, good luck, hope the hyenas aren't too bad, and see you later. Yeah, where were we? Yeah, there's so much just domestic produce for them to rely on that I haven't noticed any of the inflated prices, or even like shrinkflation. Like, do you know what shrinkflation is? What is shrinkflation? Like this. Shrinkflation. Yeah, do you know what shrinkflation is? Wow, look at the mushroom guy. He looks great. He turned out so good. Now, let's give him his mushroom head. Oops. So in the reference, in the Hollow Knight, yeah, it's like that, right? Yeah. Sounds like a 2000s electro band. No idea. So, normal inflation, and sorry for you guys who are bored with finance topic, that finance discussion, economics, but shrinkflation, normal inflation is like when the price inflates, right, basically, due to the economy. Shrinkflation is a way of alleviating that by just making the item smaller. And so there's been a lot of studies done where companies have made the product smaller instead of increasing the price. Sometimes the shrinkflation versus the inflation of the price has been more than just simply making it more expensive. But people are more satisfied with the size change, just to make it a little bit smaller rather than seeing those digits change. 本当にやばいですよね. Really bad. What do we? I think it's really bad. Hang on, where'd that selection go? Oh no, we just made that selection to fill. Where is it? There it is. No? Are there? Well, we're doing it again. Yeah, I've heard about that before, like Cadbury's chocolate bar. Yep, that got smaller first. Sorry, the price went up, then it got smaller. Because I can actually get a little Cadbury, one of like the little muesli bar shaped ones, you know, not the full like block of chocolate, but yeah, really bad. But thankfully, I haven't even seen any of that here, so I think that the domestic stuff is doing pretty well. And I'm not really sure if that's due to like sort of cash handouts and stuff, which is also tanking the economy pretty badly. But I think the sooner they open up these borders here in Japan, the better. Oh, it's sunnied up completely. That's great. We had like a week of... Oh, if any company wants to sponsor our Supreme Leader Lufaya, we shall exclude them from the discussion. Yes. But yeah, I was just saying, like, it's sunnied up completely. We had like a week of it raining off and on. I couldn't get any washing done. And I saw like just these little specks of blue this morning and threw all of my washing on and got it all out, and now it's fully sunnied up, so that's great. And it's not going to get any hotter this year, which is good. It's now starting to cool down. Ha! Whoop, adult choice, you can hang out the washing. Yeah. If high school me could see me now, he'd be cringing. You're excited about hanging out washing? Damn straight. Okay, what color? Because, okay, so in the reference it's got this sort of blue color, this teal color, but shikashi, I don't know if that is what we want to go for, just because he's already got a lot of blue and purples going. What if we just move it into the greens a little bit? Browns, he's already got a lot of browns. What about into the reds? Oh, that looks not bad. It breaks up his silhouette a bit. I think we'll just go with that colour. A bit of a neutral tone. Just keep it traditional and go with the red cap. Red, okay, red cap, yeah, gotcha. Huh. Hello? Yeah, but the problem is it gets into... We don't want it bright. That's the thing, we don't want it bright. Unless you like it. Do you like that? Like that? Sounds a lot more cultured than Bog. Wait, does Bog even talk? Or does he just make noises? Because this guy would probably be like, would you like to buy my amulet? It's only 20 silver. Little hard to say without the dots being coloured. Right. I feel like those would just be shadings, wouldn't be like gems or anything, like in that one. Or maybe they could be. Yeah, okay, we'll colour them. Now, because I'm coming back to New Zealand and we might see each other, is there anything that you want? Evil cookie from Japan. Whoa! A hug! Oh man! Oh man! Oh man, 3 years! 3 years since I've been back to New Zealand. For those who don't know, I'm going back to New Zealand in Christmas, for Christmas. Which is pretty exciting. Been almost 3 years. Yeah. 2 years, 9 months by the time I go back. And if you haven't seen, this is our lovely Napa the Merchant. A fungi florin who trades in gems from his underground kingdom. Nah, not really. You could bring me a bottle of Pocari Sweat. I friggin' miss that stuff. What is this? What's happening here? Did I use a weird tool? What the? Okay, there we go. I had never seen that little, like, cursor before. That scared the crap out of me. Just grab one from the vending machine before you board. Yeah, I can do that for you. It'll be nice and... well, I was going to say nice and sweaty, but I guess it already is Pocari Sweat, so... it's innately sweaty. For those who don't know, Pocari Sweat is like a sports drink here in Japan. I think... don't they have it in America, though, or something? I don't know. I've never been there. Kelpis or Pocari? I ain't fussed. Sweet. I will try and remember. Because that's like no problem in the carry-on, right? So, all good. Oh yeah, I like that. That looks good. Just adds a bit more. If they do, it'll be in the international section, like in our supermarkets. Yeah, but I seem to remember them having some kind of drink that was surprisingly just a normal thing there. And I remember being really surprised. I know it wasn't Aquarius. If an American joins, they can tell me. Whee! We're almost done! We're at the finish line. I can see it. Ha! Say something political, and they will come running. Yeah. The Americans do like them politics. But I like my politics too. At least in New Zealand, in the last few years, things got really interesting. Before that, it was kind of just like the UK, where it's like, no one gives a crap. All they know is like a few people. But in New Zealand, we have so many colourful characters now, it's like US politics. Alright, that is looking sweet. Just look at this guy. Isn't he so cute? Isn't he so cute? My name is Nappa! I'm Nappa the merchant. What would you like to buy? Oh, his eye looks really... Ooh, he looks doofy. What happened? What have you done? Oh dear. Oh dear. He deaf chaotic evil, always the innocent looking ones. Yeah. What? Okay, let's just leave it. Eh. He looks fine. The NPC that you insult early in the campaign and he comes back to be the big bad evil guy. Let me just add that to my notes. Yeah, you guys, the party starts out at a tavern being served like mushroom stew. And when this guy finds out, he's just so furious that he follows them around for the entire campaign. And he's built up as this kind person who helps them out, but what he's been doing the entire time is just slowly feeding them poison through the merchant wares he gives them, over and over again, just little bits. And by the end, your players are asking you, as a GM, why haven't you leveled us up yet? And then the GM turns around and says, well, you have been leveling up. You've just been leveling down as well. You've been poisoned. For the past 3 years! By Nuppa the Merchant! That would just be... Ah, chef's kiss. What have you done? Ha! Okay. Combine that. Huh? Okay. Then we can fix his eyes, because I think we should just fix that. I really like this guy. He turned out great. The only thing I'm worried about though is, are players going to want to play a merchant when they see this guy in the merchant part of the rulebook? Will always be 2 steps ahead of us, merchant in the first town, and suddenly goes to the next town before us, even though we took the only road there. Yeah, definitely. And I'll be like, Nuppa, how did you beat us there? And he says, Nuppa, very quick. I'm the fastest. I'm the fastest fungi in the east. Oh yeah. Boom. Alright, let me just add a little BRB, because I'm going to go to the bathroom and think about what I want to eat. BRB. Alright, I'll be back. I am back. Unfortunately, I'm now tethered. I'm now tethered to the charging port because my headset is going flat. Hup. Mods are asleep. Upvote cursed Japanese memes. How dare you? Do not bring cursed things into this good Christian stream. Alright, this guy, I am really happy with how this guy turned out, let me just say. I think he's just neat. What's for the dinner then, Pops? Pizza, cheaper with only one person. Well actually, that's where you're wrong, sir. It's cheaper if you get on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if you get 2 pizzas. And I'm not a fatty, because I only have one. I only have one pizza. Needs a little blush on his cheeks. Yeah, I'm wondering if we should do all that, the shading and all that stuff now, or we should do some Your Forger. What do you want to do? We actually have quite a few people here. Some people lurking. People lurking. You guys want to keep drawing this guy, shade him and finish him off? Or should we draw Your Forger from Spy Family? Alright, you sold me. Get yourself 2 pizzas then, since it's cheaper. Bruh, I can barely eat 1 pizza. I'm not having 2. You for real? We could start, while you guys decide, I'm gonna start separating out the colors. Okay, that should do it. Yep. I eat 2 sides with 1.5 pizza when I order. Other half is for breakfast the next day. Okay, that's smart. My wife doesn't eat the pizza crust, so what I do is I will eat my pizza and then she'll eat hers, and then well, normally there's like 1 or 2, yeah, usually there's always 1 slice of mine left over because I just can't, shikashi, but I eat all the little pizza slices left over, the crusts. But yeah, yeah, ever since cause I used to be I became quite a big boy about 2 years ago because Japanese food is just so amazing. And so I put on like 15 kgs or something crazy. Favorite pizza at the Japanese McDonald's, Japanese Domino's. Let me see if I can find it. It's called Mail Jaga. Mail Jaga. だよ。これです。Hallelujah. So this has the little ham things, and then it has corn. You can't really see it, but it has corn, little pieces of corn, and it has potato pieces all over it, and then like mayo and cheese and stuff. And it's so good. I love this more than anything else. If this had the peri-peri sauce from New Zealand, the spicy sauce that I like, I think it would be the best pizza. あー、美味しそう。そうだね。美味しそう。First time chat. Gamer Chad 59 has entered the chat. Druarden 117. Who is this? This handsome man. Oops. How are you? If you hit the follow button, you'll get treated to a little surprise.
Hello there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hello there. Hello there. I can do both. Got the 117 in the name. General Kenobi! I need to get a voice changer thing set up, especially for running the TRPGs. That would be really good. So you've got a Twitch. I didn't think you would have a Twitch account. Did you just make one? We will make the sound effect till you put it in. Yeah. Definitely some of the voice changer things, because like I couldn't believe how easy it was. And spoilers for the Star Wars TRPG if you didn't see the ending. The Darth Vader voice. So I did that in post-production before I put on YouTube. Yeah. Making a Darth Vader voice is surprisingly simple. Had one for some of my YouTubers. Oh, okay. What kind of YouTubers do you watch? We don't really talk about that kind of stuff. Yeah, what kind of YouTubers do you watch? Huh? Hyun? Blueprint Vertigo Surwinter. I have never heard of these people. What kind of content do they do? Rust. Oh, Rust! You still play that? Nice. And other games. Okay. So they're like gaming YouTubers, gaming streamers. Don't play, need a PC. Wait, how did you play it? Did it run on your old laptop that you had? Barely. Yeah, I remember Rust not having like crazy graphics, but still not bad. You know, not like running Minecraft. Not well enough for PvP. Yeah, so one thing I'm excited about, cause did you play Conan online? That sort of Rust style game? I believe it was called Conan Online or something. Well, anyway, not online, I've been playing it offline, that and Ark. Yeah, so one thing I'm really excited for, yeah, Ark Online is another good one. Dune. There was a Dune survival MMO announced. And I just think Dune could really suit that style of game where you're... Yeah, Conan Exiles, that's the one. Yeah. I think Dune could really suit that that style of game where you're on Arrakis, the desert planet, and you know you have to try and survive and not die basically. I think that'll just be really exciting. Yo, Sean is in for Dawnward. Oh, that's fantastic. That means we've got all our players, and the one shot is confirmed. You heard it live here first. It's gonna be great. The terrain would all be sand. Ah, that's where you're wrong, sir. There would be sand, and deep sand, and sandstone, and pebble sand, and thick sand, and quicksand. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Master. Gotta love the prequels. If you don't like them for what they were, you gotta at least like them for the memes that now come from them. So 5 characters. Let's go. Yeah. So it'll be, because I'll be playing character. So it'll be. Where? There'll be 5 of us. Yeah, there'll be 5 players, including the GM. So that's pretty good. Oh no, well, actually 6 if another person joins who says they're free, but they might not be. So we could be having a really nice party size for this one shot, which will also be a good test in some ways as well for what do you call it? The balance of the combat system. Hang on, just give me a second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it could be good. Could be real good. But yeah, I'm really happy with how that Kenobi follow effects worked out. It was the first one I put on, and it was surprisingly easy, but it just, like, the timing of, like, the length of the GIF, the duration of it, and then also the sound effect, turned out good. Honto no streamer desu. Alright. Let's go hard on this shading now. We'll try and get this guy done. We have less than an hour. Yeah, we'll sort that out another time. Not uwu enough. Excuse me? The sky is super uwu. How dare you. -5 humanity. Is this just for drawing or games? Games. So this is a character that's going in the RPG rulebook. Well, yeah, they all hold both. He is gonna be in the. He's an example of a merchant. Proceed to games. Those esoteric Tron references. But yeah, literally all the art that I'm doing, well, most of it, is just going in the rulebook into this art book RPG game that you can play. You can have a look at the art, whatever. Enjoy the story. It's a lot of things in one, really. And to be honest, could be on sale next year. Could be buyable next year. Sorry, what? Where's the merch? I ain't doing merch. What I do want to have are some emotes of the characters from Dawnward. And some cool sound effects, but... Can it find my dad? He won't answer. I'm sorry to hear that. No, do not. Don't click it. It's not a real merch site. I don't do merch. How about we get 10k follows and then I'll do merch. Let's go with some familiar music, huh? Do you remember this one, Drew Arden? Creates 10,000 accounts. If you can guess what game this is from, give you a high five. Drew Arden. Guess what game this is from? I was born in this music. I was born in this music, molded by it. I didn't see the sound, listen to the soundtrack to Oblivion until I was already a man. Hey you, you're finally awake. This is some nostalgia. I feel like we're all gonna be retirees before Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. Like, I still can't believe frickin' Starfield's coming out before that game. And I don't know why, but I just get the feeling that frickin' Starfield isn't gonna be coming out for a long time. I know that they've said like next year or whatever, but I'm just a bit sus on them because of how little of it we've seen. I guess we'll really be able to tell next year, early next year, if they start ramping up everything. I'm outies. Okay. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the follow. I guess you got to get up for work tomorrow as well, so have fun at work. So that's before, that's after. We're doing good. So let me know if you guys get bored of the shading stuff. I actually don't want to spend too much time shading. I realize, like, sometimes I just kind of get carried away, you know? Yeah, I think this guy's looking good. Just start speeding up. Blush, get those cheeks nice and pink. Yes, I will be doing that, don't worry. Excuse me. Oops. Might be able to get it done. I think that looks pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. So the question would be, Evil Cookie, you said you're going to play a Shikari, right, in the one-shot? Is there a particular race that you're thinking of? Because if we have, for the one shot, if we have, I don't really like the, you know what, I don't like this dark color I got. If we have 6 people, I won't be allowing double up classes or races, unless it's too good of an idea to pass up. So Chelsea might be playing as her Nereid Bard. So I'd be interested to hear what race you might be interested in. I feel like a few people in the group, all clerics, no dying allowed. Yeah, good luck with that. New rule, spells don't stack anymore. Because yeah, I'm gonna play God's, yeah, also I'm gonna play Mr. Godsworth, so I'll be an alchemist, Eloyan. Cool. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I love being able to use video game music without being copyrighted. It's great. I'll happily choose whatever is left over. Okay, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, it'd definitely be interesting to see what people kind of want to go with. Oh, that is an error. If I am a Shikari, then prob's a human if possible for the extra skill points. Ah! Metagamer! No? No, no, no! No metagaming! No pomegranates! You'll get in a lot of trouble, sir. Yeah, you just dump all those extra skill points into bestiary. The funny thing would be to play a Shikari who's a pacifist and like will not kill monsters, but knows everything about them. But if I end up being sorcerer, then like an Ogrin, clan shaman having been evicted, super kind, well-spoken beast. Ooh, I like it. A sorcerer Ogrin would be really interesting. And I'll probably start you guys off at level 3. Just so that you guys can feel like you've got a bit of progress to your character, since it's just a one-off, you know? Alright, I'll probably stream for another 30 minutes. Absolver Shikari duo would be great. Would be good for the pacifist run. Shikari with the knowledge and the Absolver to make stuff to deal with them in non-deadly ways. Just to start you guys off with like more spells and more gear, and you know, like just stronger. Not completely, you know. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll just start you off level 1 with 4 glyphs instead of 2. Yep, so just the basic level 3 stuff or a booster level 3. Yeah, just what I said before, like, I think, if there's gonna be 6 of us, maybe it doesn't matter. But like, the higher level I make you guys, the worse, monsters I can use. Whew, I'm starting to get hungry. I haven't eaten in like 5 hours. Ugh. Gotta try to get this guy done though. Nappa! Nappa! Yeah, for sure means we have to be creative. Like, the only problem, and this is something that is by design, is when you're low level, can you roll high enough to ablate or hit? That's basically the decider for if you can even go against this particular monster, this particular enemy. And if you can't, then it's like, oh nope, turn around, come back later. You know, too high level sort of thing. I'm too weak to defeat this enemy. And that will be a thing that happens. That's what the source damage is for, though, right? Well, at least in terms of the monsters, excuse me. In terms of the monsters, the spell you're using, have the blunt weapon dealers lower their armor for the rest. Yeah, it's a fair point. That would just take a long time though, obviously, right? But the element of that for the non-armored things like the monsters, that might just have tons of HP and high damage would be, yeah, the source damage stuff. Being able to, you know, to see if this monster is weak to fire. If it is, my fire spell will deal double damage to it. So that'll be the exciting part for that. So level 3 is 8 glyphs, that sounds good. Enough to explore the tree, but not too... Well, see, but I think that's too much. That's why I'm thinking you guys will just be level 2. And you've got 4 glyphs to spend at the start. So someone's welcome to get... just 4 spells, or 2 spells and a little bit of leveling up. I'll have a look at the trees, and then decide. Because 6 people with 8 glyphs to their name, I don't know about that. Like, because it's not a problem for me per se, for the encounter or whatever. It's a problem for the players because they then have to. It's their job to remember what they can do, and so if they've got too many things that they can do, it's gonna just overwhelm them. It's supposed to be like you're not really supposed to start out such a high level normally. So we'll just have to see. I'll have a look at the perk trees. It's going to be such a good opportunity for testing, to just have a good number of players, you know, like a large party. Because I found that things needed fixing, obviously, when we were doing just 3 players. Don't you only get spells with rank, not glyphs? Glyphs power them, not give you spells. So if you are level 2, it means any spellcasters only have 2 spells. Do you mean in the skill? Like in the Allomancy skill? Oh, you're talking about spell slots. Yes, but the spellcasting classes can buy perks that increase their spell slots. So but I think that may be too far into the tree anyway for it to be a problem. Maybe it would be okay. You make a good point, sir. I guess if they were really metagaming it, and they went like Churf right to get the miracle, and then went a cleric, there might be a way. But no, you're right. Spell slots not a problem because you can buy them in the glyph tree, but to actually learn the spells first, that comes from rank. No, the spell... well, okay. So there are 2 layers to it. So there's learning a spell, and getting good at the spell to be able to cast it without a negative modifier. Let me just turn this music down a bit. It's a bit loud. So if you don't have a high enough skill, or you don't have the glyph in your perk tree, you will have a negative modifier when you cast a level 2 spell or whatever. But if you have the skill high enough, or the glyph, you can cast it without a negative modifier. But when it comes to learning the spells, you will have to learn them from someone most of the time. Tied to RP, but if someone said to me as a GM like, oh, can my character kind of just look through his book and be like, I want to try out this one? Yeah. Of course. Okay, there we go. I haven't actually looked at the earlier pages of the rulebook in a while, but I'm pretty sure it says like in the I don't really like that. There we go. How can you attune the spells if you have not first learned them? Well, the only spells you can get. How can you attune the spells if you have not? I won't be able to hear your reply, but I wanted to say you should have a lurk emote thing of Drax eating those chips pretending to be invisible. That's great. I'll add that to the list. Alright. So what was that? How can you attune the spells if you have to learn them first? How can you attune the spells? Well, you can't attune them until someone has like taught you them. But the thing is, you'll have a negative modifier unless you're like it's like proficiency, like you're proficient at the spell. So like you can attempt any spell, you'll just have a negative modifier to it until someone gives you like the mastery of it, sort of. If that makes sense. So like a player could just pick if their character in game owns a copy of the spell book, for example elemental spells, they would be like, I want to cast Ember Cloak on me, a fire shield on me, basically melts anything, but I don't have the glyph or my skill high enough to cast it without a negative modifier, the proficiency that can be taught to me and can be gained through glyphs. And I'm pretty sure it's also through ranking up your skill. I'll have to double check that if it's in the rulebook. So yeah. Oh, so if the spell is attuned, then the DV should be lower than the stat. No, you can attune any spell you want to cast. It just has to be... Oh, there we go. Like in the back of your mind, like that's just a rule that the spellcasters need to know. Like, if you haven't got the glyph that specifically says I can cast level 1 spells without a negative modifier, or you've been taught it by someone, then you have a negative modifier to that spell. And that's something that doesn't need to be like in the character sheet, it just needs to be like, they should know that about the character. Does that make sense? Then the stat in the spell list. Oh, in the spell card, like the spell cards DVs, those are without negative modifiers. Because I assume that most players will not be trying to blow themselves up. They will usually be attempting spells that they have a grasp on. And it's, it's nothing to just, go find a... There are tons of sorcerers in Dawnward, You can go find someone who will teach you the spells, for sure. So after a long rest, when they attune their spells for that day's adventure, they can click on any spell in the spellbook to then allow it... Yes. If they really wanted to, they could chuck in the level 5, Pyromancy spell, right? I think the DV for that is 25. But if they haven't been taught that, or they don't have the glyph for it, or they don't have the rank high enough or whatever, they will have a plus 4 to the DV. It's like basically if you got a spellbook in your hand and then you're flicking through and you're like, oh, I really want to try this. It says to do this. And, are you strong enough? 1, is your rank high enough? Are you strong enough? 2, have you been taught the proper procedure for doing it? And then 3, your glyph tree, which is your metaphysical representation of your destiny, right? Your karmic balance, and then also your progress in your life, in your chosen field of existence, sort of thing. That's the kind of logic behind it, if that's what we're talking about, kind of thing. If that's the case, then props don't need an Attune Spells tab in the character sheet, as ticking them on the spellbook should be fine then. No, because well, so there are 2 ways of doing it, because I thought it would be cool in a traditional setting, and digital players can do this as well, where they can print off the spell cards and have them as a deck of attuned spells, and then a deck of just all of them printed out, and just put in whatever ones they want at the start of the session. But for digital, I think it would still be useful, in Elvine's character sheet, for example. She can look at all of the spells, but then there's a very simplified list right in where her weapons are, and that's just for quick reference. So that is like a digital manifestation of her deck of cards, the attuned cards. Attune spells is a separate tab. Oh, okay, let me just have a look at that then while we're talking about it. Right. We changed it to the spell cards themselves. You know what? That's actually a good idea. Simplifying it so you just have all of the spells listed, and then there's a counter which says how many left that you can tick. Can maybe make a simple box on the combat tab with the drop down of the name of the spell and a quick disc. Yeah, but we already had that. The only thing I can think of that other thing I just said is that you'd have to still scroll around to find your attuned spells, but I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about it. So they have the spell book and a simple box for combat. Yeah, so the idea that I had was similar to what you've got, except when you tick it, instead of it going to another page, I'll make up an example to show you what I mean. I'm better with actions, not words. Okay. I think I know what you mean though. Like you mean, for your thing, you mean, like, have you, like, if you look at, Alvin has the old one, where it was under the sea, under her HP and weapons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 12 here. I'll link it to you. Oh wait, is that how the link works? No, hang on. There you go. So if you look in the weapons and armor section here, it says attune spell and then it says what it is with the level, the type, the DV, and the notes. The problem was that I think when we were doing this, was looking at the spells, was that the notes section was too small and that it couldn't fit in the description of the spell. But maybe it's okay, maybe we don't need it. We can make the box bigger and nicer looking. Yeah, well now that I've made the cheat sheets, not cheat sheets, but like the just simple listing of the spells, that information does fit fairly nicely into like one row, right? We can make the box bigger and nice looking, but if you check the character sheet, I've done the example. Oh, okay, I'll have a look. In the combat inventory? So drop down list of the attuned spells you have ticked. Ah, yeah, okay, gotcha. And then it fills it all in. Yeah. Yep. It'll just be fitting the descriptions, but the descriptions may not even need to be there. It could literally be that it just, the notes literally like refer to like the like take it could even take them to the cell by can you do that? Like see the spell card and you click it and it takes you to the fireball cell, like where the spell card is with the full description. So the same as the card, but simple and smaller, yeah. Look at this Chad. Can make it produce a link, I suppose. Yeah, do you think that would be good? Some of the spells would be hard to fit their descriptions in. There we go, he's got his little uwu. Uwu. Oh, we're getting low battery on the tablet. Can make it produce a link. Oh yeah, same message. Okay. Sweet. We're almost done. I'm Napa. Napa the merchant. Bro, he looks good. Still need to do the lighting and stuff, but we won't do that today. Got no time. I gotta go have dinner. It's almost been 6 hours since I last ate. Done a little link example, is that what you mean? Yeah, but I don't know about a link. Yeah, that works. It's like in the rulebook on like page 99 or whatever. You know how I made those listings of the. I love the blush, but FYI, beautiful and uwu. Yep. He's 本当にuwu ですね. So the Elemancy spells, it's a lot. Can just be a little link at the end of the table just in case, yeah. Because like here, these are the as simplified as I could. Here, let me just copy and paste it into the thing. You know, it was like, this is the spell. Fitting that into, it's not gonna work. So the link maybe is just the only way of really doing it well, you know? Sweet. Boom. Cool, and then we've got your forger we can work on another time. Maybe that's fine. I haven't started on combat review tab yet, so I can make it look and fit nicely. Don't worry, boss. Once my Play-Doh essay is done, I'll make it happen. Yeah. I think it'll be good. Like, they don't really like that. People will kind of know what their spells do after using them just like 1 or 2 times, you know. And there's just no way you're going to be able to fit the augments in a simplified thing like that anyway. So you'd have to click there anyway. So it should be 大丈夫です. Yeah, this guy's almost done. He'd only need like another half hour to finish him off, but I think we will leave it there for the night. But really happy with the progress we made. So let me see if I can bring Froggy Boy back. Is he still around? I don't know where his line art went. Oh. So we used to have the Froggy Boy, and we made the Florin Boy instead, and I think it looks much better. Much better. So awesome. It's another one done, I think. Let's have a look. How many more drawings are there to do of the characters? So we did all the race ones. We did those ages ago. Merchant wasn't done. That's the last one. Ooh! That's the last one, so that means races are done, vocations are done. Epic. Alright, well, let me make that bigger. Really need to sort out that transition to big camera, but thank you for watching. We'll end the stream there for the night. Florins are secret reptilian humanoids in disguise confirmed. How do you know? How did you know? Anyway, I might do a stream, not tomorrow, too busy tomorrow, but maybe Thursday, it depends. I have maybe some classes to teach. But yeah, if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.